Well, it appears as though scammers are now using artificial intelligence in the grandparent scam. As BCN's Heidi Echavarria explains, Lethbridge Police have now issued a warning that this particular type of fraud is on the rise here in our city.
Scammers don't just send messages pretending to be government officials. They also ask you to pay money. They pretending to be from a business, requesting additional information so that their supposed product or service can be delivered. But now there are also grandparent scammers who use artificial intelligence to target seniors. The CEO of Green Acres Foundation discusses what they do to prevent seniors from being affected.
At Green Acres, we try everything we can to try to educate as many seniors as we can. What we do here is we're very fortunate that we have a good relationship with the Lethbridge Police Service, and we have them in our sites giving education programs to our seniors. As well, we have posters up, and we give education in the resident newsletters. And just by actually talking, we have our site managers trying to explain to as many residents as possible the dangers, especially now with so many AI scams. So it's a constant education. But I tell you, one of the best ways that we can educate the residents is by having the residents talk about it.
For his part, Kevin Talbot, sergeant with the Economic Crime Unit at Lethbridge Police Service, explains how scammers are using AI and how it works.
What they'll do is they will do some research online through social media, web pages, and things of that nature, and they'll obtain an audio recording of an individual that could possibly have a grandparent. And then what they'll do is they'll mimic that individual, and then they'll research who their grandparent is, and then they'll contact them, and they'll have a conversation with them, but it'll sound just like their granddaughter or grandson. The thing with grandparent scams is that they come in waves. So the way scammers do this, they'll call from anywhere in the world to a victim. And then what they do is they'll put ads out there for so-called couriers to go and pick the money up for them. So the actual scammer never comes to the house to pick up the money. They hire someone locally, and they say, take a little bit of money for yourself and just go pick up this money and then deposit it into a bank account or a cryptocurrency exchange account. And that's how the money actually gets to the scammer. So in this case, where on Friday, where we arrested 2 individuals and charged them, that's exactly what they were doing. They responded to an ad on Kijiji to collect money from people they didn't know, and then to keep a little bit of the money that they collected for themselves as their payment. And then they sent the money off to the scammer somewhere in the world. Never assume that someone that's calling you is actually who they say they are. So the very first thing you should do is your own research and make sure that that's actually your grandson or granddaughter or someone that's representing them. And the way you do that is contact someone who's close to them as well, like a parent or a close friend or another relative of that nature, or call them directly and find out if they actually are in trouble and if they need your help, and then go from there. But that's the very first step that you do before you send any money or provide any information or anything of that nature, is to actually verify that what they're saying is true. Anyone in Lethbridge that responds to an ad for work to do something like this, to collect money from someone they don't know, take a little bit off the top for themselves, needs to, one, they shouldn't take on that job, because it's illegal, and if they do, they should contact us right away.
For Bridge City News, I'm Heidi Echavarria.